Today we're going to go into 5 poses that will help you effectively and instantly relax. So we're going to meet a pillow or a block by our sides and we will dive straight in. Sitting in our most comfortable position, very gently closing our eyes, setting our intention for our practice today. Checking in with our breath, placing our palm over our chest and our lower belly. As we inhale, allowing the chest to expand, followed by expanding the lower belly. Exhale, chest sinks in, and completing our exhalation by pulling our belly in towards our spine. Taking it to your own pace, enjoying your breath. At the end of our exhalation, releasing our palms back down, starting to draw circles with our chin. Going the other way around. And very slowly coming all the way back to center, and we can start to open our eyes with a few blinks. Our very first posture is our standing forward fold. So we're going to come up into our downward dog first to prepare ourselves for the posture. Now our palms are shoulder width apart. We'll tuck the toes in as we exhale, belly in. Can we start to lift ourselves up into our downward dog, and can we start to pedal our feet? Breathing easy. Warming up your ankles, your calves, hamstrings, lower back, shoulders, your wrist. Now, whenever you're feeling good, we're going to walk our feet all the way up to our palms. We'll take a moment here to find length, gazing to a point ahead of us. And as we exhale, feel free to have a slight bend in the knees. We can either drop our fingertips down onto the ground, or you can grab onto your pillow or block, place it in front of you, resting your hands comfortably down. Whichever works best for you. Breathing easy. If at any point your hamstrings start to feel really warmed up, you can even straighten the legs out. Allowing the head to hang heavy, keeping your neck long and relaxed. If the stretch gets too intense, feel free to bend the knees a little deeper, take a moment, and then straighten out. Working with your body, really listening. Our standing forward fold is a very simple inversion. Increasing the blood flow to our head region, to our brains. We'll take 5 more breaths here. On our next inhalation, very gently bending the knees, dropping our palms down, we're going to step back into our downward dog, taking a moment here. And whenever you're ready, dropping your knees down to the mat, keeping your knees met width apart, big toes touching one another. We'll take it to our supported child's pose. So grabbing onto your pillow or your block, placing it in front of you, and we're going to drop our forehead down, breathing comfortably. Having a support under your forehead will really help you to lengthen your neck, helping to open out the shoulders a little further. Helps you create more space. Child's pose is a very effective posture in helping us to relax, to lift our mood. It's a very accessible posture as well. If you're feeling any kind of discomfort in your ankles or your feet, please feel free to place a blanket or a towel under for a bit more cushioning. Consciously breathing into your entire body, from your head all the way down to your toes. Listening to any signs that the body is giving you. We will take 5 more breaths here. At the end of our exhalation, we can start to very slowly guide ourselves all the way up. Keeping the block by your side, we can start to transfer our legs forward. And we're going to lie back onto the mat. We're going to go into another inversion. Now we're going to grab onto the block. We're going to lift our hips up, placing the block under your sacrum. If you need a bit more cushioning, feel free to use a pillow, or you can fold a towel and place it on top of your block or book instead. Now we're going to lift both our feet up towards the ceiling. Breathing easy. Relaxing your shoulders, keeping your neck long. If at any point this gets too intense, feel free to bend the knees, drop your feet down, take a quick break, and then join right back in. We'll take 5 more breaths here. Slow and easy, we can start to bend our knees, dropping our feet down to the ground. Now, next posture would be our supported bridge pose. So feel free to keep the block at this height, staying in this position. Otherwise, if this is feeling okay, you can lift your hips up. We can lift the block up a little higher, whichever works for you, making sure you're feeling comfortable in the position and the block is directly under your sacrum, not under your mid back, but under your sacrum. Now we can rest our palms comfortably down on the ground, making sure your neck is long, your shoulders are relaxed. We'll take a little longer over here. It's a very passive back bend. We're focusing on creating more space around our sacrum, around our lower back. Breathing into any kind of tightness that you're feeling in your body. at any point you start to feel a sharp pain or discomfort in your lower back, please drop the block a level down or take it away completely. 5 more breaths. Now, on your next inhalation, we want to very carefully lift the hips up a little higher, taking your support away, and very gently lowering yourself down onto the ground. Now, just to counter that stretch, we're going to gently drop both our knees to the right side for a moment. Back to center, over to the other side. And we're going to come back to center. Now, our very last posture for today, our reclining bound angle pose. We're going to connect the soles of our feet together, allowing our knees to fall to either side. If at any point the stretch in your inner thighs get a little too intense, please feel free to place some support under your knees. Now, left palm over your heart, right palm over your lower abdomen. Relax your elbows down onto the mat. Shoulders rolled back, your neck long. Closing your eyes and just breathing. Now, whenever we're trying to relax, we do not want to force ourselves not to think, but instead allow the thoughts to just flow freely. Stepping back as a third person and just observing these thoughts without any judgments, without any attachments. We'll take another 5 more breaths. We can start to guide our knees back together, extending our legs out ahead of us, wiggling our toes, giving slight movement to our fingers, and turning our head to the left and right. Squeezing all our toes together, pulling in our kneecaps, tightening our thighs, tucking in our tummy, making a fist with our hands, tightening our shoulders, chest, facial muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relaxing. Letting go of any tension, any kind of stress or pain. Whenever you're ready, we're going to very slowly turn to our side and then guide ourselves up into our comfortable seated position. Rubbing our palms together, massaging our neck, shoulders, lower back, our hips and knees. Very gently bringing both palms to heart center and opening our eyes with a few blinks. Thank you very much for joining me today. Please rest well, drink lots of water, nourish your body, and I'll see you very soon.